fabulous people. Welcome to the live for all the babes who create their own live trends. We are live and we are in stunning Villa Borghese today. I hope you guys all can see me. Just checking really quick the logistics, making sure that everyone can log in. And yes, we can see me. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, we're officially live. Now, before most of you log in, I just wanted to tell you just a few, again, quick logistical things. First of all, if you're watching this live and it is already over, just so you know, you can always ask me questions afterwards, and of course I will make sure to respond. So just leave me comments down below and I will make sure to get back to you. Feel free to ask me any questions today. I have a lot of things to share with you, of course, when it comes to Italy Travel 2024. I'm going to cover a lot of different topics with you. Of course, to share with you stunning Villa Borghese, where I'm at. We're in the center of Rome, Italy. If at some point you guys will lose the connection with me, please let me know. So I know that I probably in not the best area of Villa Borghese and the connection is weak. So I'm going to take you around, guys. It is a stunning, sunny day in Rome. It's about, I would say, 16 degrees Celsius, which I think it's like 53, around 53 Fahrenheit. Look at all this beautiful atmosphere. Everyone is out and about, enjoying, having fun. It is Sunday. And in Italy, Sunday is actually a family day. So a lot of people, or most people, are with their families, rollerblading, biking, everything in between, having picnics. It's beautiful here, guys. If you plan on traveling to Rome, this is one of the sites I definitely recommend visiting. Villa Borghese is the place to be. You can come here for just a walk, like a passeggiata. You can have a picnic here. By the way, you can bring a bottle of wine or two and have it open and enjoy wine. One moment, switching, and enjoy wine here and nice paninis. So you can definitely organize a really nice picnic here. You can also go, of course, to the Borghese Gallery, one of the most stunning sites in Rome. You can go to the lake, get a boat, go around the lake on a boat. So there are just so many things you can do in Villa Borghese. There is a zoo, guys. There is a huge zoo as well here. So it is absolutely the place to be. Villa Borghese is one of my absolute favorite places in Rome. So if you plan on traveling to Rome, needless to say, Villa Borghese is a must visit. So plan a few hours for Villa Borghese. Be it during the morning, you can come here for a run. You can also come here, like I said, during the afternoon for lunch or for a stroll. You can come here to Villa Borghese Gallery, or you can also go to Punto Pincio, which is a very beautiful spot with some of the top views on entire Rome. So you can see the entire Rome from Punto Pincio. Okay, so just write it down so you guys can remember. Anyway, so as I told you, see, everyone is hanging out with their family. It's a lot of fun to be here, guys.
Apparently everybody here.
Everyone is here. Excellent, excellent, wonderful. I am welcoming you guys officially to this live. I'm so happy you're here. We will spend some time together. I will share with you more information when it comes to traveling to Rome or traveling to Italy in 2024. And like I said, please feel free to ask me any questions during this live or once I am done. I know my West Coast fabulous people, you guys are probably still sleeping, so you will be watching this live afterwards. So feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. All right, guys, so what do I want to share first? The first thing that I wanted to share with you is I received a lot of questions from you about actually the taxi, taking a taxi from Fiumicino Airport to Rome. And one of the questions that came up over and over again was, Anastasia, do they charge 50 euros per person or do they charge 50 euros in general to get from Fiumicino Airport to Rome by taxi? And the answer to this is it's a fixed rate. It doesn't matter if it's one person, if it's two, or if it's four. So it's a 50 euros altogether. It's a fixed rate. So if your driver is going to start asking you for more, it is not right, it's illegal, and you should definitely know that the fixed rate is 50 euros. And another thing that I wanted to share is that it's not necessary, it's not mandatory for you to leave a tip for your driver. You can if you want to, but it's not mandatory. So don't feel any pressure that you have to pay 50 euros and then you have to leave 10, 20 euro tip. You have to remember that in Italy, the tipping culture is different from the US tipping culture. So you can leave a tip if you want to. You can do 5 euros, but you don't have to, just so you know, okay? That is one of those questions that kept coming up over and over again. Oh, look at this, guys. You can also take this little cute mini. What would we call it?
It's a train, mini train on wheels.
Mini train on wheels. It might not take you around Italy, but it will take you around Villa Borghese, guys, for sure. And I wanted also to say, since I know that my mom is watching, I also wanted to say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Mom is in New York, so I just wanted to take this opportunity to say hello to her. We're going to see each other in April. She's coming to Rome, so I'm very, very excited. So, yes, hello, Mom. And Dad, of course. And Dad. So, guys, one thing that I wanted to share with you, guys, is Easter in Italy, Easter in Rome. Now, Yvonne, have your recommendations?
Have your recommendation hotels in Rome? It's hard to book in such a big city. Do you recommend to look for when booking?
Oh, excellent question. Thank you, Yvonne. So I mentioned the accommodation topic. What a really nice restaurant to eat in Rome. All right, thank you for all your question, guys. So first of all, let's talk about accommodations in Rome. I mentioned in a few of my videos that in Rome, Centro Storico, the actual historic center, is quite small and quite compact. So it's not like, for example, Barcelona or Paris, where you would have to take some form of transportation to get from one side to another. Here, everything is in walkable distance. But of course, there are some areas that are more central than others, and thank you, Pierre. There are some areas that are more central than in others, and also there are some areas, of course, that I would say more prestigious than others. So if you have a bigger budget, I would go for areas like Piazza Navona, Pantheon, and Spanish Steps. In my opinion, and not just my opinion, it's a common knowledge for everyone who lives, of course, in Rome and Italy. Those areas are the most central, and they are if you stay in those areas, it's going to be very easy for you to reach all the main sites of Rome. And of course, they offer a bit more of a, let's say, luxurious type accommodations, which of course come with a higher price. Now, if you more on a budget, I would go and look into areas like Monti, that's where the Colosseum is at. Also Prati, it's a very good family-oriented area. And I'd say Trastevere, but be careful with Trastevere, because a lot of times when you book in Trastevere, a lot of people don't realize how crowded and loud Trastevere gets at night, because most American students who do study abroad in Rome, they actually stay in Trastevere. It's also favorite spot for all the young people, all the teenagers, and everyone in between to hang out. So you're very welcome. So
working on the guides
Yes, yes, yes. I'll mention that. And of course, so Trastevere, it's a great area. It's very lively. There are a lot of things to do. Some of the best authentic restaurants in Rome are in Trastevere, but just be, guys, very careful where you book it, because some areas of Trastevere are quite quiet and some areas of Trastevere are very loud. So you'll literally will be sleeping maybe for 3 hours per night. So what I would recommend is definitely read reviews when you look for something in Trastevere. See what other people are saying. If they're saying it's quite loud at night, definitely avoid this place unless you are also a party animal and you just want to have a good time. So I'd say Trastevere, it's kind of hit and miss. Again, depends what you're looking for, but you can find quite affordable accommodations there as well. So those are quite kind of the main areas. And then of course, if you are a budget cautious traveler, then you can go a little bit further out to places like Garbatella, for example, Cipro areas. For those areas, you will find even cheaper accommodations. But one thing I recommend for you guys is to always look how far the metro station is from your apartment. So if you have your apartment close to the metro station, you can just hop on the metro and go to all the nearby sites. So you're not going to be too far. Hello from New York. Hello, Mom. So from all the, you'll be quite close to all the nearby sites as long as you are close to metro. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I think
is asking also for really nice restaurants.
Yes,
They are all over
yes.
the city.
I have it in my head. We're going to talk about it next. But guys, what I wanted to tell you is that actually next week there is a guide that is going to be coming up with all the best accommodations in different areas of Rome. So you're going to have actually a guide from me to you. So it's going to be broken down by areas, by Spanish Steps area, and of course Navona, Pantheon, etc., with already recommended accommodations. So I'm going to make your job much easier. Look for that guide, and I will also make sure to link it to this video. So next week, if you come back, you will be able to download it and use it. It's going to make your life so much easier when you, of course, start planning for Rome. And one thing I also, of course, want to mention, if you guys want to completely have complete hands-off experience when it comes to researching, planning, and booking everything for your whole Italian adventure, for your whole trip to Italy, you guys know I have a travel agency where we literally organize every single thing for you. Everything when it comes to finding accommodations, transportation, be it train tickets, private transportation, all the activities, all the sites, every single thing is organized and booked for you based on your budget. So this way you will know that you're really getting the best stuff, the most local guides, the most authentic experiences, including restaurants. We also will book lunch and dinner for you, so you really fully taken care of. So if you guys looking for this kind of experience, I linked our concierge service of the travel agency down below, so you guys can check it out, get in touch with me, and then we will discuss all the details, okay? All right, so next subject, restaurant.
Subject was restaurant from Lucille. I don't know if I pronounced it well, but Lucille.
Lucille is asking for a restaurant
Really
recommendation.
nice restaurant right in Rome, and also they are coming 8 people and around Trevi,
Yes,
and they're looking for some nice bars, drinks,
sure,
restaurants.
restaurants. So one really good restaurant near the Trevi fountains. Now you cannot make a reservation there, but Pierre knows this restaurant really well because it is one of his absolute favorite restaurants.
The
Pierre,
best pizza in Rome.
Pierre, do you want to tell us about it? What's the name of it?
It's Piccolo Buco.
Piccolo Buco. It's called Piccolo Buco, guys, and it's literally right kind of next to Trevi fountains. I would say it's a 2-minute walk from Trevi Fountains, and usually by the Trevi Fountains you're going to find a lot of tourist traps, guys. Just in general, I do not recommend for you to eat by the Trevi Fountains. I would say it's one of the most tourist areas. Pierre found that out very quickly when he moved here. So I would recommend in general not to look for places by the Trevi Fountains, but Piccolo Buco is a huge exception. They don't take reservations, but if you're looking for one of the best pizza in entire Rome, Piccolo Buco is your answer, and it's going to be worth the wait. But just don't get shocked by the line. Sometimes the line is, sometimes you have to wait about an hour. But it's worth it, guys, I promise. And the trick is that we learned when we wait. What is the trick, Pierre?
The trick is, if you don't want to wait in line too long, you can wait, but have fun too, so you can take a drink.
Yes.
There is a nice place you can take a drink from the streets, a nice spritz, Aperol spritz, for example, or
Yes.
a nice glass of wine, and you take a glass away, and you wait in line by having a nice aperitivo.
Yes, because remember, in Rome, you can actually walk with your drink outside and you can drink on the street. So you can just go to the nearby bar, grab yourself a nice spritz, and while you're standing in line, you can enjoy spritz and casual conversations. And then this way, I promise you, time will fly by, guys. You're going to be sitting at the restaurant and enjoying some of the best pizza in entire Rome. All right, next question.
Next question. We have David who's
Yes.
asking any tips for a solo traveler, first trip to Italy.
Any tips for solo travelers? Of course, guys. Well, one is I definitely recommend for you to stay, I would say, in a safer areas, the ones that I mentioned. I wouldn't necessarily recommend, especially for female solo travelers, I wouldn't recommend necessarily stay by the Termini station, for example. Of course, it depends on the side of the Termini, but I would avoid it altogether for the solo travelers. Or another thing you can do if you are on a budget, let's say, I would not be walking around if you're staying in that area after, let's say, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. I would grab a cab, Uber, if you must, but I wouldn't just walk around that area. Now, when it comes to, let's say, walking around Spanish Steps or Navona, Pantheon, I, as a female, have no issues walking around there, even at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I always felt very safe. So that is kind of one thing for you guys to keep in mind. Another thing is, a few years ago, still in Rome and in Italy in general, people kind of a little bit would give you even strange looks if you ate by yourself, but not anymore. I think recently we really adopted a culture of solo traveling. So even in Rome, I see that it's becoming more and more acceptable. But even a few years ago, I remember when I came back from Greece to Rome, and I went by myself to have pasta. I was craving pasta after not having it for 6 months, and I went to a restaurant in the evening to have pasta, and there was 2 couples sitting next to me, and they literally kept turning around like looking and discussing the fact that I was eating by myself. It was so unusual to them that someone would eat by themselves. So just kind of even if it happens, who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you're having a good time, as long as you're enjoying yourself and a beautiful plate of pasta and wine, who cares? But like I said, I think with time, we really adopted more and more here in Italy the culture of solo traveling. So I don't think you're going to be getting a lot of strange looks like I did a few years ago. And yeah, just be very also careful and aware. I would say aware of your belongings, but that goes for everyone, guys. When you travel to Italy, especially in big cities like Rome or Naples or Milan, just be aware of your belongings. I keep saying this because this is important, guys. Make sure that your bag is always where you see it at all times. So that's another thing that is very important. And another tip that I have for solo travelers, if you guys in a mood to meet another solo travelers, if you want to actually have, nice encounters, unless it's really a solo trip and you just want to be by yourself, I would recommend going on different tours. I would recommend going on a food tour or on a sightseeing tour, on tours where you'll be able to meet fellow travelers. And what happens most likely, because you guys know, I have 2 food tours in Rome. And what happens a lot of times, the guide who does those food tours for me, he always shares and says, Anastasia, after the tour, we all went and we hang out at the bar, or we went to a nightclub, or we went for a drink to just, you kind of continue the little group that you start during the tour. You kind of then, if you connect with people, then you continue that connection off to the next place. So I would recommend for you to always sign up for fun tours. It can be anything from bike riding, like I said, to food tours, to sightseeing, anything for you to have fun and build those connections, so then you guys can continue exploring, be it Rome or Milan or Venice or Florence together. All right.
We have a really nice comment from Lorenzo.
Yes.
He's a local, and as a Roman, I truly trust Anastasia. She's 100% right about what she says about Rome and Italy.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you. Grazie mille. Grazie.
And Lucille, thanks you for all your videos.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. I've been in Rome for over 10 years. I love... Pierre is leading the way, guys, by the way. That's why I don't see where I'm going, because I'm looking into the camera. Hold on. I have to kind of... Okay. I'm working out at the same time.
Already.
But it's so beautiful, guys. Let me show you a little bit what we're looking at. Can you believe this is February? Remember how I told you February is one of those secret months to travel to Rome? I mean, guys, look at this weather. It's unbelievable. Some people are wearing t-shirts. Well, most Americans are wearing t-shirts. And then Italians are wearing the sweaters. It's such a fun contrast. But yeah, the weather is gorgeous, guys. Gorgeous in February. Of course, not every single day, but most of the days. So remember, February is a hidden gem of months to travel to Rome, because the weather here is truly a perfection. It's warm, it's not crowded at all, the prices are lower. February, guys, February. All right.
Yeah, Yvonne is asking just to specify something about a travel agency.
Yes.
Do you do travel agency services in other cities other than Rome?
Yes, guys, my travel agency expands on entire Italy. So it doesn't matter where you plan on traveling to in Italy. It can be Florence, it can be Milan, it can be Venice, it can be Amalfi Coast, Sorrento, Positano, Capri, etc. Right now we are working on one of the clients that we have.
Sorry, I'm guiding.
Thank you, Pierre. One of the clients that we have right now, she is actually organizing 2 weeks. Well, we are organizing 2 weeks for her. And the trip actually consists of very, very small, tiny villages throughout Italy that most people don't even travel to, don't even go to. So what I'm saying is everything from the most famous, popular cities to the tiny, small places that most people never travel to, we definitely organize it all throughout Italy. So thank you for the question, Yvonne. Where are we going, Pierre? We're going up, guys. We're going up. Up and up and up. Look at these views, guys. Look at these views again. Whoops.
Yeah, stay with us, please.
So yeah, it's such a, I also want to take this opportunity, guys, and tell you, it's such a truly a joy to organize vacations for you, because I know how much you wait and how much excitement goes into, just coming to Italy and enjoying the La Dolce Vita. And I also, merci. And I also know how far in advance you prepare those trips. You have to, of course, organize everything around it, ask for time from work. You organize it with your family, you organize it with yourself. I know how much and for how long you guys prepare to come to Italy. And for me, it is extremely important when my team and I, we create trips for you. I know how much you are looking forward to them and how important it is for us to organize every single day, every single hour to the utmost, so to speak, perfection for you, because I know what it's like to come here and really enjoy Italy to the fullest. Everything from food to sites to tours to activities to accommodations. So we really take into account every single thing for you guys, everything from your preferences, desires, budget, etc., etc. Because some people that we organize vacations for, they want balanced vacation, like they want a good amount of time to relax but at the same time to explore. Some people, like we have one client right now, he just wants to go 14 days, one night in each city. So everyone is different, everyone craves something different from Italy. So we really make sure to customize, to bespoke every single trip. We don't do cookie cutter kind of experience. We don't have packages where you just go select and then you do this package. No, we literally sit down with you and we really understand and figure out what you are looking for and how you see your vacation in Italy, and then based on that we create and organize the entire experience for you.
Oh, Bradley. Hi, Bradley. We have 28 days until our trip to Italy, and Anastasia planned our trip.
Oh,
Can't wait.
Bradley! Hi! And please say hello and hi to Jamie. Yes, we guys are wrapping up your final itinerary. So excited. Yes, and so quick. So quick, guys. You're almost here. It's going to time. The time is going to fly by.
Time for a break.
Time for a break, guys. I've been walking around. I'm out of breath. Should we go on a grass?
Yeah.
Yes. Guys, look at this. Look at this view. Look at this beauty. It's unbelievable. It's February. I know I keep repeating this, but it's unbelievable, guys. All right, so I wanted to tell you guys, before I started answering questions, I wanted to tell you about Easter in Italy. Those of you who will be going to during the Easter to Italy or to Rome or any place in particular, just so you know, guys, it is a bit complicated to plan Easter in Italy because a lot of sites, they release their schedules, especially for the Easter week, kind of during the last moment. For example, places like Borghese Gallery, which is inside Villa Borghese where we are walking right now, they still haven't released their hours of operation for that particular week, Easter week. Also places like St. Peter's Basilica, they also wait until the last moment to even let you know if they are going to be open for the weekend, the Easter weekend. So with that said, just when you plan, guys, Easter weekend, just if you plan on traveling to Rome or to Italy during Easter, just be aware of that. Be aware if you decide to come for Easter to Italy, is that you have to really plan accordingly, plan in advance, and be flexible because this is Italy. Everything happens the last moment. And again, if you're not working with a local travel agency who is actually here and knows what is going on at all times, if you're doing it yourself, just do tons of research and don't get frustrated if you cannot get anyone on the phone or if you don't know what's going on. This is Italy, guys. Unfortunately, it's a bit different from the US. Most things are not as well organized, so it takes a little bit extra to figure out what is happening. Should we sit somewhere?
Yeah, we can.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll do it. Guys, look at all these flowers. Everything is blooming. Merci. All right. All right, guys. So And that's what I wanted to tell you about Easter Sunday, because places, like I said, the Villa Borghese, Domo Soria, and some other sites, they still have not posted their schedule for that week. So they kind of let it be until the last moment. And then they're like, surprise, we're open, or boohoo, we're closed. So just keep that in mind, guys, if you plan on traveling to Rome for Easter. Now, one thing for you to know, because obviously it's one of the most important sites, Vatican museums, they will be open. So they will definitely be open for Easter weekend. So if it's just the St. Peter's Basilica, they still have not made the final decision this year if they're going to be open or not. Now, guys, I just want to make sure we're in 2024, okay? So if you're watching this video next year, the information might be completely different. I'm talking specifically about this year, 2024. All right, next topic. I have the whole list of news for you guys. A lot of you ask me, Anastasia, how far in advance to get the tickets for train tickets to travel around Italy. Now, this is also a little bit of unclear, kind of gray area topic, because if you look at any site in Italy, they will tell you that the tickets are normally released 6 months in advance, but that is not always the case. I'd say the tickets usually get released 2 to 3 months prior to the dates that you're looking for, and they are usually released ahead of time for more popular routes. Like, for example, if you're going from Rome to Florence or from Florence to Venice. Now, if you're looking for not as popular routes, like, for example, from Florence to Cinque Terre, if those routes are not as popular, they will wait longer to release the actual train schedule for those places. So you might have to keep checking in to see when they're finally released. Another thing for you to keep in mind is that what we noticed when, of course, we are booking tickets for our clients is that if you book far in advance, like I would say 4 to 5 months, you might not get as good of a deals. Again, if you're booking yourself, if you're working with a travel agent, it's completely different, because we have access to things that usually most people don't, right? Because we're here in Italy. But if you're doing it yourself, you might not get as good of a deals if you're booking far in advance that if you're booking, I'd say 2-3 months prior to your trip. Because prior to your trip, I'd say 2 to 3 months, you might get even special offers on the tickets, like 2-for-1 sale or something like this. So what I wanted to say with all this, make sure that you keep checking. If you plan on traveling Italy by train, make sure that you keep checking and don't buy tickets as soon as they become available. If you still have a little bit more time, like 3-4 months, I would wait a little bit, because there you might get a better deal a little bit closer to 2 to 3 months mark, and you also might get more options even for traveling. For example, the connection between the trains or the high-speed trains, you might get more options as far as what's available, and you might get a better price on those tickets as well. So don't buy them too close to your date, but also don't buy them too far in advance. There is this sweet spot that you can find to get the absolutely best deal for train tickets, especially if you're a budget traveler. Questions? Yes.
Travel itineraries. Can you include random places like catacombs?
Yes, absolutely.
Rome, for example?
Absolutely. So with our travel agency, there are 2 types of services. One is an itinerary service where we will literally create daily organized. That's it. Now we're going to have flowers in our hair, and
that's the first one.
I feel like on the set of what is that? California Dreaming.
Yes.
So there are two types of services. One is itinerary service, where we will organize daily itinerary for you. So every single thing from sites to see, restaurants to visit, etc., etc. So you will have a daily itinerary. So you will know exactly what to do, where to go, what to see every single day. Now, the concierge service, we will organize, plan, and book every single thing for you, including the accommodations, including the transportation, including the sites, including all the tickets and tours, and we will literally write out every single thing for you. For example, at 8 a.m., your driver will pick you up and take you there from point A to point B, so you really have absolutely zero worries. Every single thing is taken care of for you. So that is the main difference between the itinerary and the concierge service. Also, on top of that, Yvonne, like you asked, thank you, Bradley. Also, the thing that you asked about the catacombs, we will 100% organize the trip based on your preferences. So if you tell me, Anastasia, we want some unique experiences that most people don't get to see when we're visiting, then of course we will do some unique experiences. If you say, for example, we're working with a couple right now and they're interested in a lot of religious sites, of course we will organize the entire experience based on unique sites, unique places in Italy, unique churches, experiences, etc., based on that. So every single itinerary that we create, be it for customized itinerary or for concierge service, is completely, fully, 100% customized according to your preferences and desires and your budget, of course.
Anthony says, my wife and I enjoy watching your vlogs from Long Island.
Oh, Long Island! Hi, Long Island!
And we recently went to Rome and loved it. However, we couldn't access your website. Well, on the way.
The website, oh, I'm so sorry. I wonder what happened. It's there, it's functioning, and we're actually right now working on making it even prettier for you and more even user-friendly. So yeah, it's going to be even more beautiful. We're almost there. I'd say another week and it's going to be even more prettier.
And a message from Caterina, grazie da Texas, come sempre. Adoro Roma.
Texas! Hi, Texas! You guys are already awake. I cannot believe it. Sunday morning and you're already up. I hope you guys are enjoying the start of your morning, enjoying having some Americano, which is here, by the way, guys, our American version of coffee is called Americano, because here in Italy, they always drink espresso. And when you order Americano in Italy, that means the big cup of coffee, which honestly, the way they do it, they take espresso most of the time and then they just pour a bunch of hot water with it and then they call it Americano. So there is a coffee, guys, that is named after us Americans, Americano, here in Italy. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I know some of you really like espresso, but to this day, I still prefer my Americano. I want a cup of coffee, a big cup of coffee that I can take in my hand and walk around my apartment with it or around Rome. Now, I do have espresso machine. I have mocha at home, but any chance I get to have Americano, Pierre knows, I always go for Americano. So we were just checking if I missed any comments, guys.
Yeah, we had. David said, "What about Serie A matches?"
Serie, is that
football?
soccer?
I don't know. You have to explain us, David.
David, what are we talking about?
We are ignorant here in Europe about it.
Please tell us. Yes.
Katerina says, I used the Navona Theater Hotel in September. Wasn't expensive, but not full service. Front desk not always open, for example, right around the corner from Piazza Navona. Yeah, it depends on the hotel, if it's a boutique hotel.
Yes, it depends. A lot of times, it actually depends on the hotels, because a lot of places here, especially in the city center, guys, they took maybe 3, 4, sometimes 5, 6 apartments and kind of in the residential building and turned it into bed and breakfast or kind of a boutique hotel. So in those kind of places, you're not going to have 24/7 service. A lot of times they will be there from, let's say, 10 in the morning until 6 p.m. and then they leave. And then, of course, they leave a phone number in case of an emergency. So, of course, this kind of hotels and places, you can find really, really good ones. But just so you know, you're not going to have someone there 24/7 at the front desk. So that's usually a family-run business also. So they would have like their son or daughter or the whole family work in the front desk during the day, and then of course they go home for the evening and they leave your phone number in case of an emergency.
Yeah, I understood it was related to some
It
kind
was
of sport.
soccer.
But yeah, it's actually soccer
Soccer.
for the Italian championship. So I guess it depends on the events.
Yes,
In that case.
yes, and we are all actually already looking forward to the Olympics.
Yeah,
Pierre is going to be going for France, guys.
of course. And the US.
Go US! Yvonne says, as there are so many luxury shops in Rome, is there any good personal shoppers available to assist? Well, Yvonne,
I know one. I think I know one.
you do?
Yes. I don't remember
Would you
her
like?
name.
Would you like to share with the community?
I think I remember she's kind of blonde.
Yeah.
Like I think she makes videos. On
Something that
YouTube.
has to do with like
Yeah, something
Anastasia?
Like this. Yeah, something like this.
Yes, guys, of course. I still do personal shopping, personal styling. Actually, this year, I've honestly experienced such growth like I've never had. It's unbelievable. I always had a lot of clients, but this year, it's unbelievable how many clients reached out to have their personal shopping or personal styling done with me while they're in Rome or online. So I still very much do that. And of course, if you plan on traveling to Rome or if you want to do it online, personal shopping styling online, just so you know, guys, I'm here. And if I have available dates, I will be happy to take you on a shopping spree in Rome. And of course, we can do anything from bespoke and customized suits and dresses and shoes and everything to visiting local. Woo!
Yeah.
All the parrots.
Parrots.
The bird of Villa Borghese, guys, is a parrot. So look out for them when you're here. Everything, like I said, from bespoke and made to measure and customized to visiting local boutiques and stores to even vintage shops, luxury vintage or regular vintage stores. So again, I will completely customize it according specifically to your preference and to your budget, what you would like to shop for. So I still do it very much so, and I'm still enjoying meeting you guys. It's been so incredible, honestly, because through having my travel agency and through having personal shopping styling here, I met so many of you already, and I am so grateful, first of all, for your trust in me and for choosing my travel agency, for choosing me also as your personal stylist and shopper. And I don't take this lightly. I take this very seriously, and I'm always so grateful and always so touched. And I will continue to always do my absolute best job for you guys, always. So I'm always here for all of your Italy travel needs. Do you recommend booking a tour of Rome or exploring the city on your own? Of course, it depends completely on your budget. But if you truly want to get to know Rome through the eyes of a local, of course, I would recommend to do sightseeing with a guide, because I know that there is no one better who can truly have you experience the very best of what Rome, or be it Paris, or be it Barcelona, or be it Athens, than a tour guide who is, one, very passionate about what he or she does, two, who knows the city really, really well, and three, can truly take you to not only famous sites, like for example to Rome, to Piazza Navona, Piazza del Popolo, Spanish Steps, Trevi Fountain, etc., but also show you some hidden gems that most tourists, when they visit the city, they never get to see. So if you have a budget, I definitely recommend to do a sightseeing with a local guide. That will be an unbelievable experience, but you just have to choose the right one, because again, I know that some people, because so many of you share, of course, with me your experiences through comments, and some of you who plan trips on your own, you shared with me that some of the guides were not very enthusiastic about their job. Some of them were fantastic. So if you're planning your trip on your own, definitely make sure that you read a lot of reviews, and make sure that you choose a guide who truly loves Rome. Someone who loves Rome like I do, for example. You have to have this enthusiasm. You have to have a guide who just enjoys every corner and wants to share it with you guys. It's very, very, very important. So find the right guide, and if you have a budget, go for it. It's going to be totally worth it.
Life with Favor says, when we visit, we are staying in the VRBO. What are your thoughts? It's honors rental. I don't know much
VRBO,
about it.
yes. I know it's, I would say VRBO, I think it's more popular in the US. Again, as long as you can verify the place, as long as you know the pictures are legit, as long as you read the reviews, as long as you understand the area it's at, as long as you do proper homework, you can definitely do it. I can say that VRBO is not as popular here, so I don't know if you have as many options as if you look, for example, on Airbnb, let's say, but I always say, do your homework, guys. If you plan on planning your trip to Italy on your own, do your homework in advance and make sure that all the information is legit, because unfortunately, just like anywhere in the world, in Italy, you can find places, and I know this kind of experience where someone would book something, and then they arrive to the place, and the place does not look like anything that on the pictures, and then they have issues with the owner, and the owner starts asking for more money. Again, just do your homework, guys. It's not like, of course, every place in Italy you need to be super aware of, but as long as you do your homework and you know that you're getting something from a legitimate source, then you are fine. Then you are absolutely fine.
Lee, I say just a few days left in Rome. Any recommendation for kids, hidden gems?
Kids' hidden gems. Oof, there are...
Kids here in Villa Borghese.
Yes, I was thinking that, because in Villa Borghese, guys, they have so many things here for kids. Everything from different areas where you can go. They can go on swings. They can go on different carousels, to renting one of those, how would you call it? The trolleys, I guess, that you can ride together as a family through the park. There is a zoo here that is extremely popular among kids. So I would say, if you run out of all the options and you don't know how to entertain them, then bringing them to Villa Borghese here can be a very, very good option. For sure. And then again, it depends what your kids are interested in and how old they are. For example, some kids really love interactive museums here. Some kids, there are some museums where you can take them, or what's they called? There is one interactive museum that they recently built where you can go and play with balloons and visit different rooms. So there are a lot of different things that you can do here. to kind of get creative for sure.
The virtual reality.
The virtual reality, exactly. If they're into that, the virtual reality can be really cool for kids as well. So yeah, there are a lot of different things that you can do. But again, it depends on the age of kids. It depends on their preferences, what they like. So really, there are a lot of things that you can find here. Again, it's just depends on their likes and preferences.
Thank you to SMJ from India.
Oh, India!
It's like about 7:30, 8 p.m. there.
Yes.
I just wanted to thank you for making such great videos.
My
and
pleasure.
I really appreciate the work. And
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for watching.
Jerence, I used your channel advice for my trip this past October, and I can't thank you enough. We were able to see everything we wanted, and we had the best time. Your channel is the best. Always nice to read.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Makes my work even more meaningful, guys, when you send me feedbacks like this, because like I said before, I know how long you plan your vacations and how important it is for you guys to really have a good time here. So that's it, Pierre.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
Let's show them
So
the view.
let's show the views. Yes, we're going to show you guys one of the best views that I was telling you at the very beginning. One of the best views in Rome from Villa Borghese. I can't with this weather, guys. If you're still here during this live, guys, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us in Villa Borghese, for enjoying this beautiful Sunday. I hope you are learning some useful information, some new information, and of course continue to ask me questions. I'm still here. See, guys, people are working out. It's you can do anything here. You can work out, you can do yoga, you can run. The park is so huge, guys. It's one of the most picturesque parks in like I said, guys, you
For
see,
kids, perfect.
you see what I told you guys. The entire family is just driving around and having a good time. So that is one of the things. I couldn't remember the word for it. I think it's a trolley. So you can definitely do that. And yeah, Villa Borghese, it's such a huge park, and it's the main park of Rome. It's kind of like, I always compare it to the Central Park of New York. And there is just so much space here and so many things to do. I mean, look, every corner you can just spread yourself out, and so many things to do, so many little oases where you really can just be on your own and enjoy at your own pace. It's wonderful, wonderful place.
Anthony asked how warm is it now? Well, 16 degrees.
So right now it's 16 degrees Celsius, which is
Spring.
it's springtime. Yes, I think, Pierre, can you translate that in Fahrenheit for us, please? 16. It's so funny, guys. Before I moved to Italy many years ago from the US, of course, I always said everything in Fahrenheit. Now, after being here for over a decade, I say everything in Celsius, and then I don't remember how to convert. What is it?
60.
So it's 60 degrees right now, guys. 60 Fahrenheit, and we're in February, so it's wonderful.
And JL is asking how is the weather the first 2 weeks of June?
The first 2 weeks of June, so usually the first 2 weeks of June are still quite bearable, so it's not going to be too hot. Humidity will definitely be already kicking in big time, but it's not going to be extremely hot, at least we hope. But definitely already full on summer weather. So make sure that you are packing linen, make sure that you're packing t-shirts, make sure that you are packing sunglasses, sunscreen. So pretty much you're preparing for, of course, the summer. Definitely no need to bring anything super warm. You might want to just have a light cardigan with yourself if you plan on going, let's say, to the Amalfi Coast, because it might get a little bit like windy in the evening, but that's about it. Definitely do not bring anything warm. You won't need it. It's going to be full-on summer here.
We have a tricky question here,
Yes.
Joseph.
Yes, Joseph.
Because Joseph, it depends. How much money do you think is needed for 1 week? I mean Italy.
Oh, Joseph, it totally depends on your
In Italy,
budget.
sorry.
It depends on your budget because you can do Italy on a budget for sure and be a budget traveler. And of course, you can go all the way to really splurging on, of course, luxury hotels. It also depends if you want to explore Italy on your own or with a tour, or if you want to do small groups, or if you want to have a private guide. There are so many variables to consider in order to tell you how much money you should have for 1 week. There are a lot of different things here, so it's not just kind of one number that I can give you. Everyone is very different. I started drifting away, guys.
Mickey asked, what are your favorite places to visit outside of Italy? Outside of Italy.
Outside of Italy, Pierre, what is my favorite place to visit
I don't
outside
know.
of Italy?
I'm thinking because you don't talk about it that much, so. But I would say Greece.
Yeah, I don't talk about it all, just every day. It's Greece, guys. As most of you know, or maybe you don't, but my channel, actually, this YouTube channel started in Greece. I was there for 6 months, so I traveled through different Greek islands for half a year, and I absolutely love Greece. And I have to take this back. I am obsessed with Greece, absolutely obsessed with Greece, and to me, it's one of, excuse me, one of the most wonderful countries in Europe to visit. I will never stop talking about it. I know Greece really well. I make a point to go there every single year to explore more places, to explore more islands, and of course I share it all with you guys on my channel. So Greece, 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 Greece. If you haven't been, it's definitely worth it, guys. It's definitely worth it. Greece is fantastic.
Not too far from Italy, actually.
Yeah.
You can combine.
Yeah, it's very easy to also get from Italy to Greece, guys, because there are some direct flights actually from Rome to Mykonos. But also for most islands, what you would have to do if you want to combine Italy and Greece, you would fly from Rome to Athens, and then on a smaller plane you will fly to the island you want to visit. Or you can take a ferry, of course. So, but that's another video. Otherwise, I'm going to switch right now to talking about Greece. Pierre knows I can do it very, very easily.
It can be a whole day topic.
Yeah, it's a whole another topic. Okay. So, yeah, guys, as you can tell, oh, it's a bit windy right now,
Yeah.
but it actually feels really nice, guys.
It started to be warm.
Yeah, it started to be warm. David is asking Pierre a question.
Pierre, what's your opinion on how men should dress while in Italy?
Oh, that's actually a great question because Pierre is huge on fashion. He worked in a fashion industry for long time. So if there is anyone to ask on men's fashion besides me, it's definitely Pierre.
You know, David, like Europe is big in fashion, and well, I'm from France, as you heard, but Italy is the capital of fashion, I would say, in Europe. So men here dress up like every day, like from Monday to Sunday they dress up. When they go to work, they even wear suits with a tie. But it depends what you want to do. Of course, there are many ways to dress. If you have a more formal events, like going to a more fancy restaurant, for example, you can definitely bring a nice shirt with a nice pants and have one nice jacket that you can combine differently. But you can also be very elegant actually with a jeans and a nice sweater, a light sweater or a heavier sweater in the winter. Yeah, so guys, through Anastasia, you can ask me any advice if you want. I can help you with that, with how to dress and what to pack, and depending on what you want to do and how long you're coming. So I could talk about it for 3 hours, which we don't have.
We actually Pierre, I have to put you on the spot because people have been asking me for years to create a video on what to pack for men
Yeah.
to Italy. So I have to put you on the spot and ask you if you would like
Well, to be honest,
to do that
guys,
video with me.
she likes to be in front of the camera, I like to be behind it, so I can definitely help on that matter, and we'll think about it.
Can you be my model?
I can be a model for sure.
So, and guys, just to kind of give you an idea, for example, it is Sunday right now. It's more of a casual, relaxed day, right, for Italians in general. So I am wearing a turtleneck with a pair of jeans, and Pierre, can we show your outfit? And Pierre is wearing a turtleneck with a cardigan and a pair of jeans. And boots. So this is kind of a casual Sunday outfit for men and women. So kind of for you to, I don't know, get inspiration from it. I love turtlenecks. Pierre loves turtlenecks. People in Europe in general love turtlenecks. And if you can combine a turtleneck with a nice cardigan on top, or with a nice blazer, actually I have blazer here, I'm just not wearing it, your outfit will take you'll take your outfit to the next level because you have different layers, therefore your outfit is more interesting, more complex, more evolved. So always play with layers. That is, when it comes to styling and dressing my clients, I play a lot with layers, and it always takes the outfit to the next level by doing so.
We have Pamela asking.
Yes.
Hi, Anastasia.
Hi, Pamela.
What a beautiful day. Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah. What can you tell me about Sicily?
Oh.
You've been there.
I've been to Sicily, and I actually get a question on Sicily almost every single live that I do. And Sicily is big. There are many different places in Sicily. I've been to a lot of them, and I'm going to be honest, like I said before, it is not my favorite part of Italy. Of course, guys, again, it's just my experience, right? You can go and have the most incredible time in Sicily. But for me, it's, like I said, it's just not my favorite part of Italy to visit. And if you're looking for the sea, I would recommend Puglia, for example, to Sicily any day. It's just my personal opinion again.
Jersey girl, can you please spell out the name of this beautiful park you're filming from?
Yes, it is Villa Borghese. So it's V as in Victor, I-L-L, two L's like lemon, A, Villa, and then Borghese, B as in boy, O-R-G-H-E-S-E. B-O-R-G-H-E-S as in Sam, E. Villa Borghese, also home to Borghese Gallery, which I definitely recommend for you guys to visit.
Ivan's asking, do you do personal shopping for men in Rome?
I do, guys. I do personal shopping for men and women. I have a lot of clients among men as well, and a lot of times the way a lot of male clients find me is that first I shop with their significant others, and then a lot of times they say, please dress my husband or please dress my boyfriend, and then of course I dress them as well. But it's a lot of fun, guys, and I promise it's very, very painless and it's quick because I know that's the main concern always for all the men. Like, I don't want to shop, make it pain-free, make it easy, make it quick. So I promise I make it very painless, quick, and you walk away with a completely new, beautiful wardrobe, and then you can wear it for years, obviously. And I always make sure that all the pieces in the wardrobe, for men and women, of course, they all very nicely go together, so it's very easy for you to mix and match everything in your wardrobe afterwards. Oh, guys, by the way, what I was telling you about the kids, look at this. You see there are on every corner there are places for kids in Villa Borghese. So definitely bring them here, especially if they're little. You see, they're everywhere.
Sunday vibe.
Sunday vibe in Rome, exactly.
Joseph is asking about the video, how to get from the airport to Rome.
Yes.
He's asking if it's the same process or different for Venice.
For Venice
For
airport?
transportation from airport to the center, I guess.
Well, for Venice, it's a bit different because you have to take either a taxi, a water taxi, or you have to take Vaporetto to get to your place.
Or bus, but it's gonna take a while.
Exactly. Yes. So you have a few choices when it comes to transportation, because if your accommodation is on the water, then most likely you will need either a private taxi, a water taxi, or you will need a Vaporetto to take you there. So the process is a bit different, of course, because you're in Venice.
Good question about Easter.
Yes.
Would it be very hard to attend the Papal Mass on Easter?
Well, this Easter, probably if you're planning it now, it's probably already quite difficult. Yes, that's kind of things you definitely have to plan way ahead of time. And
we can already say that next year is gonna be tough.
Next year is going to be for sure tough because it's going to be very big, and in 2025, yeah, with the Jubilee, it's going to be quite busy, but it's also going to be a very special year for Rome. I cannot tell you how many new hotels opened up last year in preparation, how many right now sites and roads and everything in between is getting restored, remodeled, fixed. I mean, Rome is definitely in a preparation stage right now for 2025. How about we go maybe this way so we can show? All right, guys, as always, Pierre and I, we're saving the best for last. So we're going to wrap it up with one of the most beautiful views, like I promised you, from Villa Borghese. Do we have any questions?
We have another question. Do
Another
you only
question?
do shopping tours?
I personally do only shopping and styling, yes, but I have an incredible team of local tour guys who do all the other tours, everything from sightseeing to food tours. So you will always be in great hands, no matter which tour you would need from me. Pierre, are we good on questions? Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Anyone else?
I just don't get tired of this view.
I know, this view, guys, this view. Those of you who are going to be in Rome soon, ooh, I'm gonna get you so excited for 2024 and 2025. Oh, this view.
One of the best.
It's one of the best. One moment, guys. We're trying to get as close as possible so you can really see it. Of course, you know, the camera will never really show what the eye can see, but I'm telling you guys, it's magical. Living in Rome is a true magic. Palm trees, guys, February. Look behind me. Look at this greenery everywhere. Look at the palms. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And you have, of course, the live singers, and everyone is out and about. Italians are not big on sitting at home at all, ever. So if you give them just a little bit of sunshine, they are out and about all day, just having fun, just going for walks, looking at the views, talking, having aperitivo, having gelato. It's amazing. Pierre? All right, guys, before we show you the view, last call for all the questions. I believe there is one that just came through.
Do you have videos for tips on families traveling with kids? This is my first time watching you. We'll be going through your video, but just wondering if you do.
With kids, no, not yet. That's actually a great idea. Thank you for giving me this idea. I definitely make a video on what you can do. Is it for Rome or for Italy?
Traveling. Not specified.
Not specified.
But I guess it's Italy or Rome.
Rome with kids. Great idea. I'll make sure I'll make sure, guys, of course, to create one for you. Give me all the ideas. If I haven't made a video on a certain topic, just give me the idea and I'll make sure to make it for you guys. All right, I guess, fabulous people, that's a wrap. Sorry if it's a bit windy when I talk. And we're gonna wrap it up with one of the most stunning views. Again, we are in Villa Borghese, and we will be in Rome, Florence, Naples, Pompeii, and Amalfi Coast. That sounds very nice. Sounds very nice. And I'm going to show you guys one of the top views on Rome from Villa Borghese. And if you're going to be here, definitely come to Villa Borghese, spend a day here, spend half a day here, spend a couple of hours here, enjoy it, and of course enjoy one of the best views, which is this view right here. Can see it well. Of course, here we are, and when you'll see it with your own eyes, it will look much closer. So I know it seems like it's far away. You're able to see it much closer with your own eyes.
How much further in advance do I need to plan for 2025 visit to Rome because of the Jubilee?
Well, let me tell you that we already have quite a few clients that are planning their trips to Rome and to Italy for 2025. So don't postpone it for too long, because of course when it comes to accommodations and transportations and everything, everyone is going to be planning and booking far in advance. So I wouldn't delay it for much longer. I would start now. You don't have to have everything booked, but I would book the most essential things for sure. All right, guys, getting you as close as possible to the view, and then we're gonna wrap it up. This is Piazza del Popolo. Right over here, and then the Vatican is right over here. Voila. And the question is how often I do lives. I try to do them, guys, once a month. I would say about once a month, every month and a half. Yes? Yes. All right, guys, on this romantic note, with Pierre in the background, together with Rome.
I don't want to waste the view.
And of course, one of my favorite songs, and this gorgeous weather.
Falling in love.
And on this beautiful romantic note, guys, we're wishing you the most incredible, the most beautiful Sunday. Enjoy it to the fullest. Enjoy every moment. As I always say, as my mom always says, this day is never going to repeat itself, so take the most out of it. Enjoy it, and I honestly cannot wait to see you guys in my next video, in my next live. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. I love you guys. You are the absolute best. My fabulous community.
See you soon.
Bye, guys. And let me just figure out how to turn this off as always.